Good morning. I'm really kind of excited today. This past Sunday, our attendance at worship was the largest that we have had since before Thanksgiving. Our attendance had grown steadily since our separation and we came back together, and it had grown and grown and grown up until the time we got to Thanksgiving. Around Thanksgiving, the CDC came out and said, we don't need to gather together in groups for our traditional family or holiday dinners and all that. The virus was getting stronger and stronger, and the media jumped on the bandwagon and really put fear into a lot of us. And you know the effect that had on the worship service? The numbers just started tailing off and tailed off through the end of the year and stayed down through January and February. And then this past Sunday, February the 28th, we were back in attendance at the same level that we were at before Thanksgiving. It was great. Even the Spanish congregation was way, way, way up, back to the level that they were at. Both congregations together were at record levels for the past couple of months. Really something to be excited about. Adam Toon, our normal minister, was not able to be there Sunday. And I'm sorry for that. For two reasons. I hate that Adam had to miss it. He's a great minister. But the other thing is, I got tasked with filling in. When you speak on Sunday morning, there are people that expect you to wear a coat and a tie. The last time I spoke, it was such short notice, I was in a sweater. And what you wear is really not that important. But I don't like to disappoint people. So Saturday night, I went through the house and looked for a long sleeve white shirt and thought I needed to look for a tie that would go with the coat, and found all that. You know, I've got 30 or 40 ties. I used to wear ties all the time, but now I'm retired. And it's been a long time since I wore a tie. Maybe once or twice since I retired have I been in a tie. Those were probably speaking at Una. Well, I laid in bed Saturday night and I started thinking, do I even remember how to tie a tie? And I thought, you know, I'll have to work through it because it's going to be a headache. And you know, it used to be when I would tie a tie, I'd tie it and it might be too long, and I'd retie it and it'd be too short, and retie. Tying a tie, get it right was always kind of an issue, but I couldn't even remember how to tie it. So I got up the next morning, I was getting dressed and put my shirt on and everything, got in front of the mirror, put the tie around my neck, and it was just, and it was perfect. Even though I couldn't remember how to do it, when I got there and started doing it, it just all came together. Well, you know, they say it's just like riding a bike. Well, what does that mean? There are some things that we don't ever forget. You know, my children are, after they have their birthdays this year, will be 39, 37, and 35. All 2 years apart. Sounds like Planned Parenthood, but it really wasn't. And I rode bicycles some, very remotely, when my kids were kids. Now that I have grandchildren, I'm thinking, well, I ought to start riding my bike with grandchildren, but I gave my bike away. A friend of mine and a brother at church gave me his bicycle. Well, you gonna remember how to ride a bike? Got on the bike, started pedaling down the driveway, just like riding a bike. You never forget some things. Well, Sunday morning, talking to some of the people that showed up at church Sunday that hadn't been there in a long time, Dr. Smith, Harold and Linda Smith, back at church Sunday morning, hadn't been there in over a year, or just about a year, because of the virus. They were extremely happy to be back at church. Said, man, we have really missed this. We have really missed being together. And other people, Mike Rosenbaum, who had knee surgery, has been gone for a couple months. He was back Sunday. Same thing. It's great to be here. It's great to see everybody. It's great to be back together. Many of you have been away from the worship service for a long time because of this pandemic. Some of you have been away for an even longer time for some reason that I don't know. The thing I want you to understand is that coming back to church and getting back into fellowship and being back as an active part of the family is not something that we have to learn all over how to do. It's just like riding a bike. The family opens up and swallows you back in, just like you were never gone. And I hope to see you all there again soon. This morning I want to read from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, beginning in verse 1. Now, brothers, about the times and the dates, we do not need to write to you, for you know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. While people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. But you, brothers, are not in darkness, so that this day should surprise you like a thief. You are all sons of the light and sons of the day. We do not belong to the night or to darkness. So then, let us not be like others who are asleep, but let us be alert and self-controlled. For those who sleep, sleep at night, and those who get drunk at night. But since we belong to the day, let us be self-controlled, putting on faith and love as a breastplate, and the hope of salvation as a helmet. For God did not appoint us to suffer wrath, but to receive salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ. He died so that whether we are awake or asleep, we may live together with him. Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. Be safe. Stay well out there. I hope to see you soon.